All right, top of the hour, starting on time. Thanks for everyone for joining us for another storage meetup. Do this every Friday, same time, same place. Those of you joining us now, we always do like our pre-show hangout, 30 minutes prior to this, where anything goes. We just kind of BS and talk, and I think today was kind of when we went on the AI rabbit hole for a little while. So, welcome to join us for a little bit early if you want to join us for the hangouts. Again, today, kind of like we've done the last quite a while now. Basically, free flowing conversations. So, any topics, any questions you have, I always say it's great if you can put it in chat. And if it's all good, cool. We'll bring you up and we just can discuss those topics. Anything goes. I think in the near future, we'll play around with some more some focused ones. We'll probably do like another marketing. I know you guys really like when we do like the marketing panels and things like that. Probably another marketing one going, kind of piggybacking off what we just talked about, the AI. I'll probably do another AI jam session like we did before, kind of showcasing how we can use AI in our operations when it comes to videos and just overall revenue management and how to use it in your operations. Kind of tweaking that thing right now, so I'll probably put one of those together as well. But for today, it's free flowing conversation. But to start off, I always like to start off the storage meetups with the show and tells. It kind of gives an opportunity for vendors in the industry to showcase what they're doing. That way we can always kind of keep our kind of pulse on the industry and what's going on, what's being offered, what's new, and all that kind of stuff. So I want to hand it over to Michelle over at Six
Okay.
Storage, if you don't mind. So go and introduce yourself. You can
Okay.
go, and we'll go for like 10 minutes, and then we can open up
Okay,
to some
that's fine.
questions.
Hi, I'm Michelle Otto. I am the president and CEO of Six Storage. I've been an owner operator since 2007. My first facility was 60 units. I still own that facility. Cannot sell it. I probably will keep it till the day I die. Just it's right down the road from my house, so that's my baby. Um, I am doing Six Storage to kind of fill a hole that I saw coming about 6 years ago. I always was looking for something that was going to work. One of my words that I tell everybody that's a curse word is workaround. So we hear that quite often in our industry. Let's just work around this, let's work around that. And I'm trying to crush that word. So we do six products. We do the whole package, and a lot of people don't know this. We do the software, the tenant protection plan. We also have our gate access control system. It's high quality. It comes from Italy. It's super quality. It's a touch screen. We create the websites. We can do the SEO for you. And I did add a AI sales agent recently just as a little touch to the websites. So we do the full package. And so I'm excited to be here and have this opportunity to show what we do. And I see a lot of familiar faces. I attend about 20 trade shows a year. If you go to trade shows, I'm sure you see us. So I'm not Alana, but and I'll never be Alana, but I do attend a lot of trade shows. So I guess I'll go ahead and just kind of show you what we have and what we're about to offer, what we are offering right now. So let me share my screen. So I don't use Zoom all the time, so I always have to make sure it works.
It works. You're good.
Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just going to highlight a few of our features to get the true feel of it, schedule a demo. I'm going to keep some of our special features in my back pocket so that you want to talk to me. So off camera, and we'll just kind of go through and I'll show you a few of the things that we have developed. One thing I do want to note is our daughter, Jessica, she developed every one of these screens. She's been in the industry for 10 years, And she actually has written and has completed the UI on these screens. We really focused on the ease of use and the customization. We wanted a system that you did not have to find, click everywhere and dig. So that's one thing that we really focused on. And we wanted the current operators to be able to come over and use this system very easily and learn it. That's one of the biggest things that I hear. Well, I have these managers that know how to use X and I'm just scared to switch. Well, we have focused on that so that the managers are not scared to switch and we want it to be easy. Um, this is the dashboard. We continue to build on it, but it is a bird's eye view of everything that you need right now. And if you're a manager sitting in your office, you can literally click on what's available right here. You can do a move in from here. What I'm talking about ease of use is everything in here is about the units. So we do not have to click anything to figure out what is going on with a unit. We can change web rates, we can change street rates, we can do anything from here. I'll go ahead and kind of show you the sitemap, which we have built it to where it's proportionally designed. It's not just a square box. I use my sitemap all the time. I still go to the facilities. I still rent units. I still do everything. I'm very, very hands-on. I'm not just an owner, I'm an operator. So everything that I do is in the system, and everything that I've listened to the operators is in the system. I've been doing demos for the last 4 years with operators, and I have really tried to listen and put a lot of it in here so that I can accommodate those operators. And it's just not about the bottom line. It's really my product is about the operators. I'll show you our reports. We have a special tool that we're using. The reporting is customizable. So we're using AG gridding, which means that I can customize the fields that I'm looking for. And all I have to do is go over here. You have many macros or fields over here, and I can pick what I want to see. I can move them in an order that I want to see them. I can sort them. I can save it, come back to it. It'll still be the same report. I can export it into PDF and Excel. So this is definitely a feature that is kind of you know um, it's for six storage. We really focused on making our reports easy too, and so that's one feature. I could do a full demo, but like I said, I want to kind of keep some things in the back pocket. I can show you a move-in. The move-in process is super simple. It's a two-screen move-in. These are your current tenants. If I go in here and I click, um, I can click on a unit that's vacant. I can go over here. I can see, I can enter all the automobile information. This is these fillable. I can enter all the vehicle information. So this is a unique feature of ours. The unit access, you can put as many unit access or contact people that you want. You can have custom fields, but going back to this move-in, you can change the price. It's very customizable. A lot of discount plans you can put in there. I'm going to click next. It's going to go into a shopping cart. I have an admin fee that's mandatory, so this is automatically put on here. Submit and proceed. And it is finished. It's completed. The invoice document, the test rental agreement is all ready for the tenant to view. You can send it via e-link, e-sign. You can do this on your phone. They can rent on your phone. They can sign here. You take a payment, you submit it, and it's done. So it's very user friendly. It's very customizable, and it's very easy to use. Is that that's typically I could show the whole demo, but 10 minutes is practically already up. I like to
Yep.
talk about storage. So, do you have any questions or?
Got a few I'm looking at here. And again, that's kind of the whole reason why I limited 10 minutes because you got to focus. So, hey, it
Yes,
works.
yes,
Uh,
definitely. Yes.
I've looks like a couple people have just asked. They're on six storage. Maybe they're on an older
Hmm.
version of it.
Yep.
They're like my interface doesn't look like that.
They're getting ready to be moved. We are sending out an email probably by Monday. We're taking people, the current users, in batches. So we have switched payment processors also, and the payment processor that we are going to encourage is Fortis Pay. They do have surcharging. They have other features that are coming to be unique to Six Storage. That'll be coming out in 2026. And but you'll be switched here soon. We're starting to work on it and we have to do it in batches. We had to strategically plan how to get, as much information from V2 to V3. So that is coming. And this is very exciting for the current and the new operators to be able to use this.
Oh, that's great.
It's coming.
Uh, any other questions from anybody? You're welcome to ask for a couple minutes here. I did see someone ask about if you wanted to talk about pricing or not. How much is your
I
services?
like to keep the pricing for the demo.
Okay, that's what I figured.
And that's
So,
just
so,
common.
so do this.
Because of
Go
your
ahead.
situation.
Exactly. So make sure you put it in chat. They can schedule a demo for you. Get your website on there, contact info.
Okay.
Again, people that have questions, go ahead and put it in there. We can and you can take a look at that, Michelle, as well, and answer questions
Okay.
within chat and book times
Okay.
to have more of a one-on-one demo. But
Yeah.
this is a good little flavor of what you have to offer. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's just a tease.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, whoever's doing maybe you're doing it, but doing your marketing, I could definitely tell you guys are doing a marketing push the last few months. So kudos,
Good.
it looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been putting a lot of time and energy in it. We really want to brand and we really want people to learn who we are and hopefully they'll take a moment to see who we are and join us. But we have a lot of 2026 roadmap is very thick. So it's very long and we'll be able to offer one of the things I will say that I am working on is I see all these integration, I see all these vendors just pile everything on top of each other. My goal is to put it in our system. So you're going to see Rate Manager. That'll be done here in the next month. QuickBooks is coming here by the end of the month. Everything's going in. It's going in our software. I mean, I'll use vendors and I'll be happy to integrate with them, but my goal is to make it a one-stop shop.
Well, perfect. I appreciate that. Well,
Yep.
again, thanks for taking the time and doing that. Go ahead and put it in chat, your contact info, and go from there. Appreciate it. And again,
Well,
anybody else that's interested, I think there's a couple spots maybe open. I just put it in chat for anyone else that wants to do a show and tell. I think we're booked out for a little while, but if there's anything available for the next couple months, you'll see it. I put that link in chat as well. Uh, as I'm going through chat just real quick,
yep.
saw a newbie on there. Andrew, want to introduce yourself? Say hi.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jim. Thanks for having me here. I was excited to come across this. I don't even know how I came across this link in the past couple of days, but fun to
I
have it
hear that.
here.
I hear that a lot. Like I don't know how, but I just somehow I found myself
Well,
here.
I also didn't get the notification either that it started it. I was a little late, obviously, but listen. Hey, Andrew Jennings. I'm with JF Construction. We're a general contractor. We'll be in San Antonio in a couple of weeks. I'm running marketing and business development for us here. So we're in New Jersey, licensed in 35 states. Who, among many things, we do construction on storage facilities. We'll be announcing the groundbreaking of our 100th site this month.
Mm.
Excited to see some faces here in San Antonio. Right now, we're working on sites all over the Northeast and even as far out as North Dakota. Oddly enough, that one's been a little bit more cooperative than some of the Northeast sites this winter, but I guess that's just how the game goes. A little background on myself. I actually come from the PR agency world, so a little bit of a career pivot to this role. But if anyone ever wants to gut check anything on the PR marketing comms front, doesn't even have to do with JF. That's fine. Spent many years talking to reporters, writing, redoing websites, helping with social pages, etc. So always happy to be a sounding board there.
Nice. Well, welcome. Glad you found us. Anyone else new? Kind of looking through the names here. Anyone else new that's to the meetup? Give us.
Jim, one more thing. We're having a pre-show event in San Antonio on Tuesday night. We're at a restaurant at Casa Rio. We are asking people to sign up if they want to join us, but we'll be talking storage, we'll be giving away things, we'll be demoing again, and we'll go a little bit deeper into the demo. So yeah, if anybody wants to join, just go to the website and sign up. So
And it's at a restaurant, so that means there's food.
that's right. There's margaritas and tacos and chips and salsa. So if you just want to come for that and then talk storage, okay, I'll let you. But
That's
you're
how you do
welcome.
it. You gotta lead with
Yeah.
food and then go
Yeah.
from there. That's
So
that's how this works. All right, perfect. And I did put in chat for meetups for the show and tells. You can see the link in there. And
okay.
also, it's like you just brought it up. We were just talking to about getting notified. Uh, I try not to send like tons of notifications. I send out one email going, "Hey, cool, see you guys tomorrow." But if there's a link there in the chat, if you want to add it to your calendar, cool. Click the link.
Mhm.
It'll put it in your calendar. Make life easy. So there you go. And kind of going through chat a little bit. And again, any questions, whatever, just go ahead. Oh, Peter, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm new to this also. I think I was at
Nice.
one other meeting a couple weeks ago, but I am a broker. I specialize in storage, self-storage, RV brokerage, storage brokerage. I'm with the Caton Commercial in Chicago. It's a commercial brokerage. We specialize in all types of commercial properties, including self-storage, which I am the expert in the self-storage. So
Oh,
also with National Storage Partners, and we're a group of brokers throughout the country that are looking for properties and helping people with owners and developers find properties, and also anybody who wants to sell properties. That's what we do. So I'm going to put my information in the chat. If anybody needs a broker or some information, we can do that for you also. So appreciate it.
Great. Sounds great. Thank you. And if you guys are on the meetup, if you don't mind, turn your cameras on. It's always that's the whole point. I want to see people's faces. You don't have to, but I appreciate if you're on here. Turn your cameras on. There's Shannon. Had to see your smiling face. Thank you.
I would totally show my face, but I had an allergic reaction, so you guys do not want to see my face right now.
Now I kind of want to.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to break the Zoom.
Do you look like a dog that ate a bumblebee?
You know what I look like?
with your eyes.
Hitch. You know Hitch, the movie, and he gets that.
Where his face?
That's what I look like. So
Say no more. We know exactly the reference.
What
Yeah, we
was
just
that-
talked about that the other day, Eva. That's so funny.
What was that movie with
Yeah.
Cher Mask, right?
Yeah,
Okay, there you
that.
go.
And then there was one that had Dennis Quaid where he like inner space, and that was a long time ago. God bless the 80s. Go ahead, Jim, take it back.
That's a whole other thing we're gonna go down.
Yeah, and I should have introduced Nisha. I'm excited to have Nisha join us. So she joined Six Storage earlier this year. So I'm loving that she came on board with me. So we're having a great time.
Good. That's,
Yeah.
Where are you guys based out of?
with the
St.
product.
Louis.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Yeah.
curious
You
where-
didn't know we were the storage capital of the world, did you, Jim?
Yeah, I see Randy there.
You got Randy too. Exactly.
Randy lives right down the road.
Really? That's
Mhm.
crazy. Small world. I usually get that when people hear I'm from Salt Lake in Utah. Like, oh, it's a storage capital. It's because of extra space is here, so they assume
Oh.
it's just everything's storage here. This is going through chat. Kelly, I saw you asking about kind of the best ways to learn about AI. Are you just learning about AI in general? AI applying to storage? You're welcome to come on and ask real quick. If not, I'll just go and I'll reply to your chat. But there are tons of ways to get started with AI. So if you don't want to come on camera, just put it in chat, kind of what you're looking for, because sometimes it depends on your objectives first.
I've got a pretty good cheat sheet from an old PR agency that I can share with you, Kelly. It's not going to be totally great and applicable, but you might be able to take some of it. Generally, I mean, the big thing is what you put in is what you get out. Like the prompts really matter. And the more that you could dial in the prompts, the more that you're going to get better results on the back end of it. So, I mean, even something as simple as like copy editing, you can put in phrases like, have this be at a fifth grade reading level, have this be at a 12th grade reading level. This is my audience. Here's who I am and who I want to reach.
Yeah, so it kind of depends on what your objectives are to
Yep.
get started. So exactly. And then Anthony, you had a question about looking for referrals for taking over your social media accounts.
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody had any ideas about that or companies. I know somebody put in the chat, marketing pros. I was just wondering, what is everyone's thoughts on that?
Is it
anyone,
for like a portfolio, or what are we talking about here?
like just looking for someone to take over, my website, do a little bit more marketing, reaching out to just a different public and stuff. I know you got people talking Snapchat, Facebook, a little bit of Facebook, just things of that nature. Just wonder what everyone's thoughts are on that.
For like a single location, or what?
Yeah, single location.
Okay. Eva, take it away.
So specifically, you're looking to do more like social marketing, or you just want to look at what everybody's doing more specifically in this kind of
Just to see what's out there. I never really needed to do much, I don't, besides, just Google ads, Sparefoot, of course, but just trying to get a little more direction to our website and just wondering what better ideas could be out there.
yeah, I mean,
Looking for somebody to actually kind of help build it. I'm willing, to hire a company here because I'm not young.
absolutely. No, I think maybe the first place you would want to start is your website. If you haven't had anybody touch that, go through that, implement some SEO in there, go through your content, redevelop it, re-update it, make sure that it's catered to AI so that you have that, structure in there so that you're being found under AI search results as well. And then the other thing is your local business, which is an easy, free thing that you can do for yourself. Make sure that your business profile is fully filled out, that you're getting reviews, that you're sending your customers to give those reviews, your managers that instruction to give reviews. And then, updating your photos, making sure that everything looks really nice, making sure that it's presentable. Those are some of the things that people are really looking for, especially in the now age of everything. People go on Google Business, they check out your facility, they really look at anything. So those are the things that I really look into. Social's not my biggest thing. I want to move the dollars. So social is something that's more done after you've gotten your KPIs in place and you're getting a good return on investment. And then now you want to kind of see where else you can dip that tool. And with that, I see Tyler on here, so I want to give him a platform.
I was going to shout Tyler out next.
Yeah, I was like, I see Tyler, I want to give him a platform as well.
Yeah, I would add, Eva's a fountain of knowledge. I would add that when you're thinking about where to put your resources, be that time or money or some combination, one of the conversations I have quite a bit is what's the difference between social and Google Ads, and specifically social advertising. The big difference there, I think, is that if you're advertising on Meta or TikTok or any of the rest, you're trying to reach your right audience, but you have no idea where they are in life in terms of making a decision about storage. Whereas if you're advertising on Google Ads, and Sparefoot too, I would imagine if you've dabbled there, it's all about search intent. You have somebody looking for storage unit near me at a specific point in time. The economics of advertising one way or the other are completely different. But the bottom line is, I think as an owner operator, you really want to get a handle on what your lead acquisition cost is. And from there, what your customer acquisition cost is. And that'll help you determine whether or not that channel is viable for you. And just to kind of wrap that up, let's say you're on Google Ads, the amount you're going to pay for a click and thus how it kind of propagates out to what you're going to pay for a lead is heavily dictated by the market that you're in and if you have any of the big REITs. So if you're competing against Extra Space, CubeSmart, Public Storage, chances are you could be paying $8, $10, $12 a click or more. We have a little financial model that kind of models that out to see what that might be in terms of lead acquisition cost. But as Eva alluded to, key performance indicators, take a look at your metrics, get a handle on the numbers like everybody in storage does. And I think that can help point you in the right direction.
Thank you.
When it comes to marketing, yeah, we could definitely help out. It's again, I kind of alluded to this earlier. We'll probably do another panel session coming up. So Eva, Tyler, cool. You're already invited. So done. It really comes down to, for marketing, I hear a lot for social. How do we get rentals from social? I've never been able to make it work. I figured it's much more bang for your buck. Getting your website done correctly, your Google Business Profile optimized, then dealing with AdWords, and then you can sprinkle in some social. But that's my 2 cents when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because I have tried. Except for Facebook Marketplace. Every once in a while I get that kind of works if you count that as a social. Has anyone else had any success with like Facebook Marketplace?
Yes, we have.
Have you?
Yeah.
How do you get
Jessica goes onto the local big groups like 411 or whatever they're called, and she advertises on that. The big local groups, like your city ones. And she put one on there yesterday and we got a rental off of it.
Really?
Yes. Like, what's going on in St. Genevieve, what's going on in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You can put that on there. And that's where we've been getting, we get rentals from there.
All right, you got 10 minutes. Find a screenshot. Take a screenshot of one of that and put it in chat. I want to see what it looks like.
Okay.
I'm serious. I would love to kind of see what people are doing for that kind of stuff. Because to me, those are just bonus rentals. Those are just found rentals.
Yeah, it's cheap.
You know what I mean?
She just put it on there yesterday.
That's perfect. Especially in the bigger size units. I've had success that way with some of the bigger, almost like warehouse type spaces when I posted on Marketplace. So,
Michelle,
yes.
do you would you recommend Facebook Marketplace over Facebook ads, or are they similar?
I do both, but the marketplace is free. Like
Good.
it just is named what's going on in your city. That's all it is.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. I gotta find it.
oh, you're fine. That's what I'm saying.
Jessica.
You got time. You can just throw it in there. I'm just curious. I'm very visual, and that goes with anybody when we're talking about certain things, especially for marketing or the websites. We can talk about it all day long. I just want to see it. See it, then you kind of look at it, see best practices and what actually works, and then you kind of rip it off and make it your own. That's how we work here. Had a question for it, and again, I got to take over the group. Anyone have questions, comments? Cool, jump on in here. But I had something I wanted to ask, especially coming to you bigger operators here, because this just came up to me 2 weeks ago, but I didn't bring it up last week. Didn't have a chance to get a word in edgewise. But it was regarding Storage Manager. I was doing a little consulting gig for this site, and it was remote. I wasn't at the site. It was kind of remote. And I was just looking at the reports that the owner sent to me. And normally when an owner reaches out like this, they already have some red flags. Otherwise, they wouldn't be asking me like, what's your opinion on this? And the reason what he was asking me for is like, do you see any red flags of possible embezzlement going on here? So obviously right off the bat, when he's out, if you already have an inkling something's going on, something's going on. And anyway, I was just kind of looking at this and kind of flashback from 10 years ago when it was a more commonplace of taking cash and things like that. It's so much easier. I feel like a lot of places now aren't taking cash anymore, which helps alleviate some of those embezzlements. But of course, this guy definitely was still taking cash. And it was just kind of looking at it, and it was kind of your traditional stuff of, cash payments, waived payments, and auction receipts. Not quite matching up kind of a thing. just curious, so you guys that are out there, operators and things like that, have you you still coming across this when it comes to embezzlement?
Auction receipts are probably the biggest area of impropriety.
Yeah, because you're
That
essentially you're selling the
Oh,
unit,
yeah.
you tell them to come in and pay
Yeah.
cash to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Unit transfers you have to look at,
Mhm.
but auction receipts are, because a lot of those are still in cash, and it's really easy to post a $100 auction sale and collect $200.
Yeah, it's
We
just curious. I mean, anyone that's here on the auction sites, there's no law then saying you can't take cash. It's only
Certain cities,
cards. I wasn't sure.
like in the city of Detroit, you have to take cash. So there's certain municipalities where you
Okay.
can't go credit card only.
That's
So
what I was wondering.
when I was running the remote systems with OpenTech, I switched everything over to credit cards. No cash, it was remote, so we had to use credit cards anyway for this. And I had a lot of luck with it, with the credit cards going through, and then storage treasures now taking almost all the cash themselves. And then I haven't seen anything with auction embezzlement in a long time. Yeah, I actually haven't seen much of any embezzlement in a long time. Not like it was 10 plus years ago, where every other site you looked at was having some level of it.
Well, that's what kind of struck me is like I haven't seen this in quite some time, just because the new procedures and things like that of basically going cashless. But that was the one thing that really struck out to me is like, you already hit the nail on the head there, Randy. He's like auctions. That's still a big.
auctions, and the other one is transfers. So I know I have a friend that works at Public Storage, and I know that they caught somebody not too long ago moving people from unit to unit and just changing the name a little bit. So if you're Tom Smith, they put you in as Smith Tom and rent you a new unit for $1 and then take a cash payment from the customer and have it be $1. So they actually put a program in to see if the same customer was moving in or moving out and getting the special. So they're moving these people around all over the place and taking the payment directly. And if you look at the paper, oh yeah, I rented a unit to Tom Smith. And yeah, you did. But Tom Smith was Smith Tom or Tom THOM versus TOM, keeping the gate codes the same and putting the money in their pocket. So I've done this for a long time. I've been stolen from a whole lot of ways.
Have you?
They all get caught, but
Well, they all get caught. But that leads me to my next question is because I proved it in 30 seconds looking at the. Well,
yeah.
Again, I had my assumptions confirmed in 30 seconds. Now it's proving it and connecting the dots. But then once you prove it, you're not going to go after him in court. Why don't you just fire him and move on? I mean,
Yeah. You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I thought. Because of course the owner was like, I'm going to sue his ass. I'm like,
what are you going to take?
You can take his apartment?
Their luggage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, at some point it becomes honestly, I would think it would become a police matter too. Like you just can't let somebody walk out the door having been a thief for however long too.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's more about the background check that comes up next time they go to work for a storage facility. You do, I think you still put the case on them, but you're not going to get anything out of it. Just so other people are aware.
But you file the complaint and move on, basically.
Something else to watch for is auction units that your managers are taking stuff out and putting it on marketplace and selling it for cash. So they go in, if you let a manager cut the lock on their own, they go in, they pull out the TV, they pull out the computer, and they stick it on Facebook Marketplace and they start selling it for cash. I had a whole city do that from the district manager on down. And they were dumb enough to start putting pictures on Neighborhood and on Facebook, and they're wearing their shirts with their logo on it. And, I'm telling you, there's ways. If they want to, they'll get you.
And that comes down to, go ahead.
I was going to say one thing that popped into my head when you first said that about taking cash for the auctions is to have them take a photograph of the cash on top of the receipt. So $200 on top of a $200 receipt and attach that to the file kind of thing. If you are going to take cash, I don't know if there's a way to do that, if that's even a software availability, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's just an extra step, but it's for people who weren't going to steal from you in the first place. Because chances are, if they were, they're going to be in collusion with whoever it is that's doing the auction in the first
Yeah.
place.
Correct. All we're doing is keeping honest people honest.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me think of like the kidnapping victims when they have a newspaper and they have to hold it up to prove what. No, well, I wouldn't go that far doing the pictures and thing, but I don't know. It's just you're going through this and looking at them like some crooks are just stupid and some are smart. This one was kind of in between, but it's just thankfully it's not as bad as it used to be. I mean, I'm sure we can all tell stories of back in the day. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it was bad. I mean, I think my biggest one that I ever had, I don't know if I ever told this story on here or not before. I was doing a consult job down in Yuma. Won't mention the name, but it was Yuma down there. And the owner's like, I just want you to, come down and do a pre-audit for me. Just kind of check everything out, see how we're doing, a little spot check. Like, I can do that. And again, this was just it was a consulting gig. I really had no authority on anything. And I was doing my walkthrough, and of course, doing the walkthrough, another way of people embezzling sometimes is it's a vacant unit in the system, but there's a customer lock on there. That was kind of one of the first red flags. Go back in the office. I'm just chatting with the manager. And before the owner had left, the owner's like, this is my right-hand man. He was like, this is my manager. Love this guy. Been with me for a decade. Wouldn't know what to do without him. And I hate to say it, but sometimes that's a red flag too. Of just like ultimate trust, been there for a long time. Like, oh, okay. And just kind of shoved that concern a little bit away at first until I got back in the office. And going back to the auctions, that's why I thought of this. I asked him, like, so when was the last auction that you did? He's like, 2 weeks ago. All right, cool. I'm like, all right, let me see some of the receipts. And he goes in the back room, and it was literally just a box. And he's shoveling through papers. I'm like, you keep your receipts in that? He's like, they're in here somewhere. I'm like, oh, okay, that ain't good. Comes up with some handwritten receipts, puts it down. I'm like, all right. It ended up being like 6 or 7 receipts, all made out to the same dude. I'm like, the same guy won all the units? He's like, yep. He's very consistent. He buys all the units. And I get that. So you get the auction buyers that buy a lot of them, but not every unit. And it was all for the same price. It was all for the same amount. And I got, no, that doesn't sound right either. And then I looked and just, more I dug, it took me a couple hours of digging. Ended up being about $7,000 that I could prove within a 30-day time period. 30-day time period, $7,000. And so I confronted him, and then I noticed the guy had a gun, like a concealed gun, by the counter. So I kind of put myself in front of the gun, told the guy, I'm like, yeah, pack your shit, you got to go. Ugh. What? I'm like, you're fired. You're out. You can't fire me. I'm like, I just did. He left. I called the owner. I'm like, well, I know I was just here for a consulting gig, but I might be here for a couple more days to hire a new manager for you. It's the same thing. He's just like, what? And I told him. He did go after that guy. Yeah, he did go after that because it was 10 years, $7,000 in 1 month. Do the math.
That's a lot.
Nuts. I think he's probably buried in the Arizona desert somewhere because after he was gone, I was taking over the phones for a couple days. Loan sharks were calling me, asking for him. So,
oh dear,
yeah, it got nuts. So that's an extreme. That's an extreme version.
There's so many things from an auction unit that they can do. They can take cash from the customer who's being sold at auction to come in and get their stuff. And so if you see a lot of trash units at auctions and stuff not selling, you should be going back and making sure that your manager hasn't allowed people to come in. and put the cash in their pocket. Hey, you come in and take what you want, and then we'll auction off the rest of the stuff. And so if you see a lot of trash auction things, that's always a red flag.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's just. I mean, I'm just trying to put together. I mean, again, I should know this. We've been around forever, but that's why we're here and learning from each other. Just best practices when it doesn't focus on the auctions. So when it comes
but
to the auctions, best practices to make sure that
Yeah.
crap doesn't happen.
it's real simple. Two people cut the lock. They both sign off on it. The auction tag has to be intact, and that should be photographed and added to the file. When the unit's sold at auction, that auction tag has to be returned, and a lock put on a unit. I mean, that, it's no different than a police chain of custody for evidence. It should be, I have a rule. Not one of my people should ever have access to a storage unit. It's real simple. Nobody has access to a storage unit.
But yeah, we with Bit 13, we're video based, so we encourage like site managers and stuff to show you actually starting from cutting off the lock to then like closing the unit and sealing it with one of the Bit 13 tamper tags, because that just shows like the bidders too, like, hey, like what you're seeing is what you're gonna get. Nobody can like pull anything, right? You're showing right from when it's opening to right when it's sealing off to when the bidder arrives.
Jim, here's this ad. I don't know if you
there we
guys
go.
can see it.
Yeah. So you just put an ad on there. You just did it as a post on a community.
This is our
Facebook.
local.
Okay.
This is a town of like 800 people. I live in a really small town. So that's all I did.
I wouldn't call it that small, but Rocky One just opened for the first time there last week.
Rocky Ridge? Where did you go?
Rocky One, the movie Rocky One
Oh,
at your
got
local
it.
theater.
Just
Yeah,
a little
just
bit
just
behind the
just
times.
premiered.
So
That's great.
Yeah.
that's
No.
what that is.
Thank you. No, that's great. That just shows you,
It's easy.
those kind of
They
groups.
still have dial-up internet access there.
Nice. Oh, here? No, I actually have high-tech internet here, believe it or not.
I think Randy's playing with you, Michelle.
I know he is. He thinks that's because I don't live in St. Louis. I live about an hour south of St. Louis. But yeah, I live in a very small town.
Randy's just our resident smartass. So
Mm,
that's why we invite Randy.
yeah.
But no, you hit it right on when you're talking about the auction prep. Really, that's the number one way, I think, just to keep people
Yeah.
honest, is doing the video from beginning, tag on to the end. That way, no one has had access until it's sold. Again, people still get creative, but that's probably the number one way to really kind of keep that stuff on the up and up as much as possible. I appreciate that. Anybody else? Any questions, comments, anything else going on? If not, I got one more question for you. This goes to the operators. Because again, these kind of questions just come up in just my normal day of talking and stuff like that. I thought I had a pretty good owner report, but I had one guy's like, nah, I want this, this, and this. Just curious, like you guys, when you're operators, third-party management companies, what's the main thing you're including in your owner month-end reports? I mean, as far as storage software reports, like P&Ls, invoices. Do you go above and beyond? Do you keep everything maybe like on an online site that they can just has a repository to look at? Just curious if anyone wants to volunteer that.
Yeah,
I think it's. Go ahead, Jen.
Sure. So I include like call data and metrics as well. Just letting them know kind of our answer rate, pickup rate, how many calls were sales calls, how many were service payments, how many were missed. And then I do dive in to let them know, of those missed sales calls, like how quickly we called back. And I do that because maybe it's just the owners that I'm dealing with right now, but also in my experience, I think the more openness and data that you share, like the less questions they tend to ask. So I just like proactively do it. It requires more work on my part, but I think it builds a good rapport. And then I also include some information from our like boots on the ground. I think it's important to communicate to them what is actually being done with their money, right, for that boots on the ground piece, because I feel that that's the one that gets very little visibility. So I let them know how like the audits went throughout the month. I showcase any reporting that I might have from Appfolio. I'll let them, if there's any repairs that need to be done or things that we found. And I just kind of compile it all together for them.
Yeah. That's actually important. I think that's something I do lack is the boots on the ground transparency stuff.
It's hard. It's hard.
We just finished developing our new reporting software. We're super excited about it. So we kind of took the web route that you were talking about. I think we started as owner operators, and so we kind of have the both sides of it, where we have experience receiving reports from third party and kind of being, I guess, filing them away and then trying to look for them later. It's always kind of been a pain.
Yeah.
So ours is kind of you can pull what reports you want when you want to report them. There's 3 reports that they can pull, and then we have a bunch of information just already up on the site. And we've just released that, so I'll have to keep you in the loop on how that's going and how the owners are liking that. But that's kind of we went the web route, and we're super excited about it. But nothing, I don't have like anything to report to you yet because we just released it. But
No, I'd love to. Yeah, once you get it up and running, if you want to showcase that, I'm really curious because that's the way I'm putting a lot of things together. Is this? It's on a dashboard, and click the button, and there's your report, kind of thing. But sometimes, just because it's there, that it's accessible, doesn't mean that the owners really understand the full picture of what's going on.
yeah, it's been interesting to like hear their questions and seeing kind of where we've missed some things. Maybe we also include some financial. All of our partners are financial like modelers, so they're really into like the underwriting side and building real estate models. So we've included like a valuation that changes month to month based on like how the cap rates are doing and the NOI. So it's been really fun to design it. But yeah, I'll let you know how that goes, and if it's going well, maybe we can showcase it one of these days.
Yeah, please. I appreciate that. Again, that's why we're here. All learning from each other. Kale, I want to ask you real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, what's up?
Trying to leverage the reviews as much as possible, because that's always an ongoing thing when it comes to marketing yourself, obviously.
Yeah.
Just curious, like when people, obviously Google is still king. You want to get as many Google reviews as you can. But once people place the reviews, and now I have that review, what do you recommend to people to do with those reviews? How can we leverage them?
Yeah, we typically tell people, place them on your website. Adding social proof is what you call it on your website, to where, they've already looked in, done a lot of the research phase, to click on your website. Now they're more looking into like your pricing and just more pushes that you can have on your website to push them your direction. So we like to use those on your website. We also say, like, put them on your social media. If you're looking for social media stuff, I know we just talked about, we sprinkle in social media, but those are great kind of fluff posts to add as well. Use them there. Those are kind of the main uses that we see with those reviews, but adding social proof on your website is a big one.
Okay. That's another thing I'm trying to put together. Maybe I'll put it on the Storage Meetup. I'll have like another tab. Kind of like our show and tell that we do, but just showing best practices of what we find when it comes to, cool, there's a review, but then how people are leveraging it on their sites and, that kind of stuff. So that's a thought I've been having. I have too many thoughts. I just don't have enough time to put it all together. I need these AI agents to go back to just start doing stuff for me. You can work on that, Matt.
Yeah, we have like a widget that we offer that lets you like add a script tag to your website that pulls up the reviews. So there's other tools out there that do that as well. I know Elf Site is one that's like a super easy one to use if you're looking for something just real quick, an easy way to add it.
Oh, you mean when it pulls off Google, it just automatically populates on your website? Yeah, okay.
It populates on your website.
Yeah, and definitely got to have that. I think I've showcased this before. I'm still playing around with it. Maybe I just got to do it. I want to make sure I don't get myself in trouble. Maybe since you're in the review space, maybe you can do some research and let me know. Of using reviews and then animating that with AI people, like talking about the reviews, like it's, it's, you can't say it's them because it's not them, but maybe have like a little disclaimer, be like, taken from, a real review, or I don't know. So I got to play with that, but I just think that might be another way of showcasing and kind of bringing the reviews to life.
You can just say like an AI generated video based off of a review, a quoted review.
Yeah, yep, something like that. So,
Can I put a counter on that? Like, why not bring the human element to it a little bit? Why not let the owner of the site or the operator of the site read those reviews and be the face of it since they're already there? To me, that builds a little bit more trust.
No, I think that's great. I just can't get my owners to ever do it.
Fair. That's
Seriously.
fair.
You definitely could. I guess there's nothing stopping you being like, I'm reading, here's one of my reviews from one of my happy customers, and they're reading it.
I'm sure we all saw like the McDonald's Burger King thing go down this week where you got the two faces of the companies going at it, right? And I don't know. I found that to be genuine the way they kind of approached it.
Yeah, there's a number of different ways. I just keep thinking there's got to be some creative ways to leverage the reviews that are just not just sitting there, because they're definitely being of good use when people are looking at, just like on Amazon. Before you buy something on Amazon, what's the first thing you do to look at? You look into the reviews. So same thing. You're looking for storage. The more reviews you have, the more legitimacy you have. It's peer reviewed, so it's going to have more leverage. Saying, oh, this guy trusts him, I'll trust him with my stuff. But there's got to be some creative ways to leverage those text reviews. So
on our self-storage clubhouse call the other day, I did a kind of just a case study on doing an AI search for self-storage, because that's, verbally a way that people are doing more and more searches these days. They're not sitting down at a computer and typing into Google, right? And so I just did a verbal search. I'm looking for self-storage within 3 miles of my home. Here are the things that I'm looking for. Go find me, so my chat is named Chad. So I was like, hey, Chad, go find this for me. And then Chad comes back and says, here's what I recommend for you, Shannon, based on what you need. And it became really clear to me that reviews are king in that, because some of the keywords that I said when Chad brought me back my list, it didn't have anything to do with what was written on their website. It had a lot to do with what was written in the socials about their website. And so that was really interesting to me that, when this is your business and you have your opportunity to build your website, of course, that's your number one employee and you want to put your best face forward on that. But when AI went out and searched, it took a look at the website and it cares about the words that are on there, but the words that people say about it carried far more weight. It was clear.
That's a good point. I'm going to ask my resident man, Eva or Tyler, marketing people here. When it comes to, you can't really coach them too much on what people are going to review, but when you reply to those reviews, obviously you should have a good formula of what you want to do. Kind of on Shannon's point, when you're replying to those reviews, does it help sprinkling in keywords and things like that somehow?
Absolutely. And you can't coach them, but I think the biggest thing is talking to your managers about making it personal. Hey, could you review me? Did I do a good job? Was it me that, made you take this unit? And that makes the person do a little bit more storytelling when they go to do the review. And then you get more words, fluidity, and just like overall a better review response. So it's I like to train the manager to say, it's not about the storage facility, it's about you and your customer service. And that's what you're asking them to review versus the facility itself.
Absolutely. And that was part of what I found, Eva, too, in the same searches, because I made it a point not to mention whether the site had staff or not. I specifically said clean, and I specifically said within 3 miles of my home. And I let Chad go and figure out what he was going to say. And it became very clear to me that Chad prefers where sites have staff. And even though I didn't ask about that, the responses that I got that was with the recommendations that I got from chat was leaning or skewed towards reviews that had people in them. And in fact, in the written information that came across, it was specifically saying you are more likely to have a better experience with these companies.
What you're talking about a little bit is GEO, not SEO, and that's where you're going to see things start going, where you need to be optimizing your site for generative engine optimization. That's the GEO part of it. It's where, to Shannon's point here, all these AI algorithms are scouring sites in different ways. So the SEO world's a little bit behind us at this point. Now it's all about GEO.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, take a playbook out of Jim Mooney's. I did for a bonus structure for your on-site call center, whatever staff it is we have it set up so you get a certain amount for every review that comes into the site, and that's pooled in. But on top of that, then each individual from our call center, if their name is mentioned in that Google review, they get a little bit on top of that. So it encourages this team and individual on both sides.
Yeah, I was just going to add too. So there was a study that came out. I think it was White Spark. They're a big kind of Google reviews platform and everything. They talked about AI searches, and everyone's question is, yeah, we want to how do we rank in those AI searches? And they've estimated about 24% of the AI search algorithm is your on-page metrics, like your make sure it's self-storage and make sure you have units available, things like that. 20% of it is reviews. So the next highest one after your on-page signals are just reviews. So making sure you're getting consistent new reviews as well is something really important, because they mentioned that reviews within 3 months hold a lot more weight than reviews within the last year. So you want to be making sure you get consistent reviews and positive reviews to help rank in that AI overview.
I wish they'd allow you to do. I wish they'd allow you to do video reply reviews. That'd be great.
G2 does. G2 does. It's crazy.
What does?
But G2, it's a review platform for software companies.
And they do video reply?
What?
Video replies to reviews?
Well, you get to talk into, you can talk into it and it'll script it for you. And it takes it tells you that it takes you 3 to 5 minutes to do this review, or if you want to answer questions, it might take you 8 to 10 minutes. I'm getting ready to put it all over our 6 storage platform.
Interesting. Huh.
8 to 10 minutes. Help me out. Help me understand.
The G2 is a review platform, okay? But it's not it's not typically for self-storage. It's for software, basically. But so
it's really digging into individual questions, like a survey
and it will pop up on our platform. It's about ready to go live. It's going to pop up and it's going to ask that operator that's using our platform to review us on G2. And they have 3 different ways to do it. The first one is they can talk into it and it'll transcribe it. The second one is this many questions, and the third one is this many questions. So it depends on, and then we can incentivize them with money. So we can give them a $50 it's a gift card. It goes through Tango. It's all connected.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just open up on LinkedIn and it popped up G2.
Oh dear. Everybody's going to talk G2 now.
Well, that's perfect. Well, I'm going to give a shameless little plug here for the last minute. As we're talking about reviews, let me ask you if you guys will do this. If you go to storagemeetup.com.
Okay.
Kind of like what we're talking about. I wasn't going to say this, but since we're talking about reviews, I'm going to try leveraging these kind of things too. So I want to test this out. Storagemeetup.com. Go on here. It's around the front page. You can do these little video testimonial type things. Got a few of you done these already. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Eva.
Yeah.
Just click drop a video and it prompts you and takes 2 seconds. Testing this out. I'm kind of testing out for here, but also for some storage sites. So once I kind of proof of concept that it actually works, I'll bring this up to some storage locations. You know what I mean? It's something kind of fun. So
is it a plugin on your website?
Total plugin.
Yeah.
Yep. People have probably heard of Go High Level. It's a Go High Level plugin. It's very, very simple.
There are so many plugins for these websites. It's unbelievable.
It's nuts. So
Mhm.
it's crazy. I need to jump on my call. It's been an hour, guys. So I appreciate everyone taking the time.
Yeah,
being
thank
on these
you. Thank you,
meetups.
everyone.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Did we take our photo today? We didn't take our
Oh, we didn't do our pick.
We didn't take our photo.
I'll do the selfie. Okay, fine.
Fine.
Camera's on. Camera's on. Selfie time.
I was
You
ready
washed
for it
my hair
today.
today. Come on.
I know, Shannon. I actually did my makeup.
This wasn't part of the website that I found randomly to get here, Jim. What is this?
All right, ready? Selfie time. 1, 2, 3. That works. All right.
Cool. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
great week.
Thanks, everybody.
Weekend.
See you in
Forward
San
to Sunday.
Antonio.
You're losing an
Bye.
hour of sleep,
San
everybody.
Antonio.
Remember.
See you in San Antonio.